show how I have understood this course, I've decided to show one of the ways that I work towards sustainability from home. As an individual, to change the world feels unobtainable. The change we make as individuals may seem to make no difference. As per a non-linear system, our individual effort is less than the sum of the whole. In my family, we compost. We give our organic waste a second life. In my life, I've tried to make this small change. I want to reach a goal of becoming sustainable, limiting the need for unsustainable products. So how do we do this? We follow this system where we have information given to us and we try and work out what we need to do with it. And we might have these 6 triangular based pyramids here with different arrows, different colours, and we might try to match them, but we're not sure how. In this way, this is how we compost. We need to understand how the system works. As per the Sinifin model, I was able to build a framework to complete this system to make composting at home possible. My goal was to make change, reduce waste, and obtain full life cycle of materials. But how do I do this? I followed a framework, the Meadows model, where I worked out the what, the how, the why to increase the effectiveness. Until then, I became greater than the whole with sustainability because the effort I was putting in was so important that it was making the small change that's required in the world. I was able to use this wisdom and put it into the future through the experiences that we had. Following cybernetics, information coming in, information going out, and then we're able to build the system so that it worked. A model that seemed so complex at the start, we couldn't find a solution, but now we could. We had feedback loops and we had arrows fed forward and then arrows down to feed back into the system. So how do we make this sustainable? How do we make our practices sustainable? This is a complex goal because almost everything we buy is packaged in single-use plastics, then the products that we buy aren't always guaranteed to be locally sourced. The system we follow and the places we source our produce from aren't sustainable, so how can we reach this goal? I believe lots of people find it extremely difficult to become sustainable, to understand what they need to do to become sustainable. It really does feel impossible to follow, especially because the systems that we have in place and the corporations that we buy from don't always follow these important systems, these important methods to become sustainable. So in my family, we compost. We compost to become sustainable, to break the cycle, to make sure that our organic waste isn't ending up in landfill, because in landfill, 1 tonne of waste is equal to 1 tonne of greenhouse gases that can be released. And it's so important to become sustainable in this way. We understand that we needed to gather the information and work towards sustainability until we could join all of the arrows and connect all of the pyramids. Our knowledge in the center of the pyramid becomes infinite. We understand how the system works, and we can be wiser and we can be more sustainable. And through biomimicry, we can apply this system to another to be more sustainable in all systems. So at home in my family, we compost. We give our organic waste a second life. Our scraps turn to compost, and our compost turns into produce. This is our pathway to sustainability. I came up with this model to make sure we compost correctly and to understand what we can do to help our planet and to be more sustainable overall. This is some of the progress that we have collected so far. Our efforts towards sustainability have become greater than the whole.